Alright, so we got some pretty bad news. The tank is leaking, but I think we're going to be able to fix it. Just got to cut some stuff out, and hopefully we can get it fixed without having to get different parts, because we leave for Aquatic Experience in the morning, so we don't have any time. And the tank really needs to be running, so we got to figure this out.
What is going on, shrimp keepers? This is Rob with flipaquatics.com, and today we are finally scaping the 480 gallon shrimp only tank. That is gonna be epic. Like, this has been a long time coming, and I literally cannot wait to scape it. There's one big problem. I'm no good at scaping. Everyone tells me. Jeff gives me a hard time all the time. My wife gives me a hard time. Tyler says I'm really good, but he doesn't. You know, he doesn't have any fish tanks. So what does he know? So I literally, like, this is intimidating. This is a monster tank. I don't want to be responsible for it looking bad. So I had to call in some help. So I called up one of my good buddies. I got him here, and just wait to see who this is.
Hey guys, what's going on?
So I called up my buddy Mike from Aquapros. If you haven't checked him out, definitely check him out. Mike is basically a world-class aquascaper. I'm gonna say, even though
stop, man.
No, Mike's got some mad talent, and so I'm really excited that he said he could come down here. He's gonna ride up to Aquatic Experience with us. It's gonna be a fun couple days, and he's gonna really help us put this tank together. So Mike, what are we thinking, dude? We got a lot of stuff behind us. Like, what are we gonna do here, buddy?
Yeah. Well, full disclaimer. Never scaped a tank this big before, so it's definitely not gonna be an easy task. We're gonna do our best though. So we already have, you know, kind of a lot of wood in here. This is the eucalyptus root, or the eucalyptus wood that you picked out for this tank. I think it's perfect. It fills up a lot of space, which is gonna help a lot because we have a lot of space to fill, obviously. You know, dang near 500 gallons. We're just, you know, we're gonna try and create, I have an idea of kind of what I wanna do, but like with every scape, I mean, things change. You start doing stuff, and things change quickly. So we're gonna try and create a few different focal points and use most of what we have in here. And then we have a ton of plants in the back, and so hopefully we can round it out with those. But first we need to get these pieces of wood into a position that we're happy with, that we like. We have to incorporate quite a bit of rock as well, and we're gonna have to fix the wood to the rock to hold it in place. And so we have a few challenges that we need to get through before this thing is completed. So it's going to be a long night.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So the biggest challenge with this tank isn't that it's huge, it's monstrous, we have to scape it crazy, but I want to keep Taiwan bees in here. I want to keep blue bolts. So this tank has to be set up for blue bolts. Like, this is a 4 foot by 8 foot footprint. Like, where are you going to get that much soil? So thankfully, I use Brightwell soil, and we'll get into that later. But Brightwell decided to sponsor this tank. So huge shout out to them. They donated all the soil and a bunch of different additives. It's a soil that we use in all of our tanks here, so it's cool to partner up with someone that we truly believe in. And so we're gonna get right into this.
I'm just lucky that we have enough materials. So
yeah, you didn't think I was gonna order enough.
That's what it really comes down to is having the materials. I think that's the kind of like the barrier of entry for a lot of people that want to get into like creating cool scapes that they've seen is that they don't understand how many, you know, the sheer amount of hardscape materials you need to kind of create something that has a real full look to it.
Oh, absolutely.
And so that's what we're gonna try and do in this tank, but because it's so big, it's like we need a ton of stuff. So yeah, we'll have to go get some dragonstone. I want to take these pieces out and then kind of like lay in a little bit of substrate. We'll do the you know, add the additives that Brightwell gave us, the laterite and some of the other things, and get a base down, and then we'll be pouring on a bunch of substrate later once we get rocks in, and then we'll fit these kind of pieces around in places that we know we want them. So I think we spent some time getting this wood in the tank, but I think it's time that we pull it out, set it aside, and start messing with that substrate.
All right, so let's do it.
Let's do it. Go. All right. I think probably.
All right, so what are we adding first?
We're doing the florin. Yeah, so we're adding the fluorite. Or no, sorry, I shouldn't say fluorite. Oh god. Oh boy. Yeah. So first we're gonna add the FlorinBase, which is the laterite clay. You want to hand me that one, Rob?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. And
no, we don't have to pre-wash it.
No, we're not gonna be pre-washing it. So this is gonna be a source of iron, as well as a good nutrient sponge.
No, are we gonna try to get that all the way towards the back for the heavy root feeders or no?
Well, we can. I mean, that's the thing. That's what's hard about this because we don't know exactly what we're going to be doing with the scape. But we can always brush it back too. I'm just going to kind of. We don't have a ton of it, so we're just going to have to. Put it around. We actually might be pretty good.
Yeah, they actually spread it really well.
Yeah, these are big. These are like, what are these, 25-pound bags?
25, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just kind of start with that. Yeah, right. It's getting smoky in here. You got like a clean paintbrush or anything?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't need it.
Sure?
Yeah.
I'll grab it for you anyway, just in case. Here, you got two options, buddy.
Oh god. Thank you. Yeah, I'll take the broom. I just need an extra. Yeah, right.
Are we trying to spread it better or no?
I mean, what do you think?
Dude, you're the aquascaper, bro.
You're really good with that paintbrush.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, you paint?
Dude, I used to paint for a living. Did you know that?
I think I did know that.
Did you really?
Yeah, you're not used to painting substrate though, right?
No.
No.
No, and as a disclaimer, I never painted. Oh no, I have.
You have painted. So Rob's painting in the bottom layer substrate right now.
Yeah,
you're doing a great job, man.
But you told me I had to cover the whole thing, and I couldn't stop until I was.
Yeah, we don't really know what the scape is gonna look like. So ideally, you would put this stuff in areas where you know you're gonna have like heavy root feeding plants and stuff like that that really need that extra iron. But because we don't know exactly where things are gonna go, it's kind of like we just have to spread it out.
Might forgot to draw the plans for it, so.
Yeah, I mean the plans just every picture was different, and my drawing's not that good, so.
He sent me stick figures at first. I'm like, dude, I can't follow.
We're doing our best here. So step one, I think we're almost done. Step one of about 1,000. Base layer just above FlorinBase laterite. Yeah. Okay. Supposed to go above the base. There's
My
that
buddy,
one.
dude. I'm glad you came.
Yeah. This stuff is so dusty.
It's made your house.
Oh god. So dusty. So dusty. It's so dusty in here. It's so dusty in here, guys. So Rob's finishing up with the painting. We have the top layer laterite powder stuff that goes on top of the large granular stuff. So he's finishing that, and now it's time, I think, that I go and I collect out some. You okay?
Bro, you were supposed to be holding the ladder. Oh,
oops.
gosh.
Let's pick out some dragonstone. We need to use these.
Oh, dude, it looks good already. Seriously. Dude, you're so good at this, buddy. You don't care if I call you baby, do you?
Call me baby.
Baby?
Call me baby. You gotta get that Justin Bieber playing, son. You know what I mean?
What type of glue is it?
Gorilla glue?
Just normal Gorilla Glue?
Yeah.
Really? It won't affect anything?
Yeah, it hardens and it's waterproof. So, you don't really have to worry too much.
It's like already, is it sticking to it?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes pieces will be a little ornery.
You want to bring some lights in?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think that might be kind of good. Ooh, baby, I love you so. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of like, I'm gonna set these up and not super glue them so we can be free to like kind of move them around and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Sweet dude, thanks, bro. Oh yeah.
I'm definitely editing that one in.
Thanks, brother. So, we'll give you an idea of like what it'll look like. Got that paintbrush? Okay.
Thank you, my good sir. Ready for the next bag, Blake?
Yeah, just give me a second here. So here's the deal. Rob is still painting over here. This time it's the top layer substrate, covering up all of the laterite clay that we put in here, the granular stuff, the powder stuff. And then before we did that, I kind of wanted to do a trial run and just see how this kind of a look would look. So we have the wood here. It's super glued to a few pieces of dragonstone to help hold it down. And I think, at least the idea so far, is to create a bunch of these little scenes and just kind of put them in a somewhat of a random order that looks good. And then we'll be putting plants mainly around these islands of hardscape, I guess. That's at least the plan for right now, and we'll see how that evolves over time, whether or not we want to add some big hills over here, or just, I mean, I don't know. We're really just
we've never done this before.
Yeah, we've never done this with a tank this big before, so. So we gotta do this with 10 more pieces in here, so it's gonna take a while. We gotta pour in some more substrate. Everybody's working hard. Mostly Rob right now, though. He's lifting the heavy bags.
The hardest part is getting into that back middle.
Yeah, the back middle's tough. We do have a step, you know.
That was pretty effective.
Do that.
I surprise even myself sometimes.
For real? For real, dude? What?
Did you drop that?
Shut up, dude.
Dude, I can't wait to see 10,000 blue bolts in here.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep scaping, bro. If you don't mind.
No, dude, I'm here for you.
Shut up.
Oh, now he's digging down in the substrate.
Well, I'm digging. I'm digging now. Yeah, so like come back here and get what I'm feeling here. So when you get down and look at the tank, right, from like right here, okay, you have a good sense of depth because you have this piece right here.
Yeah.
And then you look back and like you kind of see like a sight path starting to form there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other cool thing is that you can come over here and look at it from here, and you can see a whole nother sight path via this piece right here.
Yeah.
That's the close point leading back to there. It's almost like two different paths that you can go down. So that's what I'm trying to figure out how to. Well, I want to do something like this. Like, I mean, I guess that's really. I'm having a vision. I'm having a vision.
Is that a good thing?
All right, so we are currently at probably like the halfway point. What would you say? Halfway point?
Yeah, close enough.
So we're really, really close.
I mean, it's really coming along. It looks great. Once we put plants in here, like, it's gonna completely change the way it looks.
It will, yeah. We did a couple trial runs where we grabbed some Java fern and some other plants that we had, and we kind of sprinkled them around to see how it looks, and I think it checks all the boxes so far. So
yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome. Like, how cool is that? So it's gonna be nice just to look back. My buddy over at Mad Tanks, he's gonna make us a skirt to go around this, and then engrave like the Flip Aquatics logo in it. Do a Brightwell logo because they really helped out and came through big time with this tank. So I definitely want to support them.
I mean, we definitely have more to do tonight. We have to finish super gluing a lot of the wood pieces. They're still not completely in place, and then we definitely want to get some more dragonstone in the tank too before we wrap it up tonight. Just kind of fill things out a little bit more, and then tomorrow, when everything's set, then we will start the planting. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot, and then tomorrow we also have to pack for aquatic experience, so it's gonna be busy next week, but there's still most of the plumbing's done, everything's looking good. Yeah, it's all gonna come together. It'll be good.
All right, and cut till tomorrow.
All right, so it is day 2 of Scape Sesh, and Mark's finishing up some plumbing. He's got his fish tube shirt on. You can kind of see it right there. His armpit hair is hanging out too. But Mark's getting the sump put into place. He's cutting stuff out. I don't know what's going on. But we're getting this all situated, so we're gonna start filling it. That way Mike can plane it, and it's coming along. What's going on, shrimp keepers? So Mark just finished this. He plumbed this all in. He got our return pump down here. Some crazy stuff going on that I'm not even sure. Looks good. Looks good, Marcus Aurelius.
Thank you.
And then yeah, so we're getting ready to fill it up. We got the big black mamba, as Dustin calls it. All right, so we're gonna hopefully fill this up. We don't want to disturb the substrate at all. Because there's that clay base under it. What's it called?
Laterite. Yeah, laterite.
Laterite. So this is gonna be crazy because this pump is a jacuzzi pump, and it pumps a ton of water. So let's give it a go.
Mark, get it.
Now don't put your finger over it, dude. Oh, that's gonna be fine. Yeah. Try to get it to overflow somewhere else too.
Yeah, it will.
Hey, it's gonna dig up the ladder, right?
Yeah, it will.
Pull that up. Don't let it overflow there. Okay, now you can start running over forward.
What's it doing over there? Is it digging stuff up?
A little bit.
Okay. I just want to have it drain on this rock. Okay. Is it doing? Because it's good over here, and I think.
Is it draining it all over there?
Yeah, it is. So what's it doing over there? I'm just gonna have it drain onto a rock.
Just a little dip.
Marcus, can you hand me another random one? Thank you. It should be good over there. What are you doing over there?
It's just barely starting to go over here.
Okay.
Is it going at all in the center?
Yeah. No. Just a little bit. There we go.
That's good.
Okay, that's probably good, guys.
You sure?
Yeah, that's good for now.
So Mike's doing some planning now. Looks like we got Nair Leaf Java Fern in there. At least that's what it looks like. And he's doing some
I
more.
agree with that. So the challenge here is just being able to reach what I need to reach. But yeah, we have a lot of Java Fern, so I'm just kind of starting out with the smaller stuff that we have for the front, and then as we work our way back, we're going to use some different plants too, but we have some larger Java Fern. If you want to come check out what we're working with right here, here's our tub. And so we got a bunch of these red Reuben Amazon swords, or they might be red flame. I can't remember.
I think they're red flame.
More of the Java Fern, but we have some larger leaf stuff back here. You can see these big mats here. Those will really fill things out.
Those are awesome.
And then on top here we have the Crypt Spiralis. So the idea is that we're going to have quite a few of these growing up big, tall. They'll wave with the flow of the tank, and I think they'll go well with all the other plants that we have. So
nice, dude.
yeah, it's just going to be taking our time, getting in there. Hopefully we can reach all the nooks and crannies of this tank, because
there's
yeah,
a lot.
I mean we got a lot of space to plant.
So Mike is doing a killer job, and the plants are looking really good. A lot of Java Fern, some Crypts, some swords like way back there.
Hey Rob, what do you got for moss, dude?
Whatever you want, buddy.
I mean we got some Java moss here. It doesn't look too hot, but I was thinking if we could get some nice moss, we could mix it in maybe with it. I don't know.
Or no, let's just not use it then. We'll just use our moss. How much do you need?
You know, like a couple handfuls.
Okay. I can do that, dude.
We're done. We're done.
After countless hours of gluing and working. Let's see your hands.
Get the fingers. It's hard work, man.
But keep it still for a second, man. Let me see these things.
That's real hard work right there.
Oh my god. How do they feel? You alright?
I'm glad it's over.
But this
I'm glad
is
it's over.
the final product. We go up top. Like, I was thinking cool. So we're gonna get ready to fill it up with water. Look at this. Mike went through and he glued all this moss on. And you can see my fingers, you know, not an ounce of glue, so you can tell who did all the work.
Don't give me too much credit, man. You were the one that provided all the materials, and that's really the most important part, to be honest. So
No, I'm pretty sure putting it together is the most important part.
I had fun. It was a good build. Like, I mean, gluing the moss takes forever, and it's, you know,
Yeah,
it is what it is. But I think it really rounds it out. You know.
Yeah, those lilies in the back are gonna look awesome.
I hope so. Yeah, that's the idea at least.
Well, you even glued moss like towards the back.
Yeah, I mean,
Dang, buddy.
like a tank like this, like you're gonna see it from one angle all the time from where you sit, and then obviously when you step back and look at the whole thing, there's that view, and then coming into the office, you see a different view. So I tried to just put things to where it would look as good as it could from as many angles as I could do it. So.
Well, you ready to fill it up?
Yeah, I think we gotta do it. I mean, we gotta cross our fingers that the wood doesn't float up, but
Wouldn't that be terrible?
we'll see what happens, man.
Okay. There it comes.
What's it doing over there?
Looks good, buddy.
What's it doing on the right?
Doing that start over.
What's it doing on the right, Steve?
It's not doing anything yet.
Okay. That's a good passive diffuse water flow. You're fine, you don't need it to go over there.
No.
We've got a really good channel going right now.
Ooh, that's nice and quiet.
Yeah.
I'm like nervous.
Yeah.
Hey, it's just this piece right here. It's a little wobbly.
If it's gonna stay?
The piece makes you nervous right there.
Yeah, I'm just watching it. I got a good spot. I can put a rock just in case it breaks up. But
So as soon as it starts floating, or you think it's gonna start floating?
I'll know pretty soon. Rob, what do you think? Are these pieces of wood gonna hold still?
Oh, absolutely, dude.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, we're almost halfway there.
I have absolute faith in you.
I don't know if I go that far, but...
I think it's looking real good, though.
Getting closer.
Okay, tell him his wood moved.
So you're gonna be like, Mike, it's moving.
What?
It's moving, dude.
What? No, it's
That was a
not.
long day, dude.
It was. It took a lot.
It's a
Well,
lot of tank to see.
to be honest, like, it would have been over a lot faster if I didn't find all that moss.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, originally I was thinking like we'd have a little bit of moss, but yeah, that moss.
Make you happy it's done?
Yeah, dude, we gotta replant that sword, but here, you're gonna get it from your angle, but I'm gonna get it from here.
You might as well just shut that door in case somebody opens.
Okay.
Dude, it's like unveiling it, bro. You know what I mean?
I know.
The black curtain. Oh!
Dang.
That is pretty sweet.
What do you think, man?
Well, I gotta get rid of this. I gotta move the lights, and then I'm gonna like enjoy.
Now there is a control in front of that pump, isn't there? For flow?
Yep. Bro, you did a good job, buddy.
I'm happy with it. What do you think? Can you look at that? Oh, yeah.
Well, was sweet.
So the white from the super glue, that'll be gone.
Once the moss goes in. Buddy, get your pop, dude.
Dude,
You killed him.
I'm stoked.
Come here, fan dry over there, Rob.
What's that?
Floor's fan dry.
Yes, sir. Dry as a whistle. Except for this little bit of water. Whoa, a little bit of water. Oh, you mother trucker. This big bulkhead.
Is it dripping?
Yep.
Can you get a pair of pliers up in there?
How bad's the drip? Like, tiny.
No. Well, the thing is, if you let it go for a little while, it might seal itself.
Yeah. Oh no.
Alright, so we got some pretty bad news. The tank is leaking, but I think we're gonna be able to fix it. Just gotta cut some stuff out, and hopefully we can get it fixed without having to get different parts, because we leave for Aquatic Experience in the morning, so we don't have any time, and the tank really needs to be running, so we gotta figure this out. Alright, so here's where we're at. We had to, this is the drain line. It attaches right here. Obviously, it's not attached right now. We actually had to cut it right there and right here, and then we're gonna put couplings in. What we did is we cut this, and there was a 90 on it, and we used that 90 to tighten the bulkhead. And then we cut it off, and we're gonna put coupling, and hopefully that fixes the problem. If it still leaks, we're gonna have to get a different bulkhead. It's gonna be a nightmare. But hopefully it was just that it wasn't a little tight, and that, you know, there isn't like something underneath the seal, because that would be worst case scenario. So we're gonna fix this. Hopefully it does a trick, but we're not gonna know for at least another 15-20 minutes and let the glue dry. So let's get so we got it re-glued. We got everything ready. Moment of truth. So here it is, re-glued. Now the pump is somewhere. It's right here. So let's try this. And here's the thing we did so that the siphon gets broke. We drilled a little hole in the bottom. This doesn't leak at all. Or else we go to plan 2. Do you know what plan 2 is?
No, what's plan 2 or plan B?
Plan B.
No, I don't know what plan 2 is, Rob.
Okay, we don't have one. We only have a plan B.
Alright, so fast forward about 2.5 weeks. It's after the aquatic experience. I want to do an update on the tank. It is leak proof now. We don't have any leaks whatsoever, and the tank looks great. There's already new plants sprouting. It's super exciting. I really enjoy it. It's a little loud, as you can tell from the background, but all in all, I'm extremely happy with the way the 480 turned out. How freaking beautiful is this? Absolutely love it. Here's what it looks like from the desk. So this is what I look at every day. And I can peek out here, see what the guys are doing. they're like over here right now, working on something. But super excited. And I just love the way it turned out. And let me show you this leak and kind of how we fixed it. All right, so this is what we ended up doing. You can see right here is where we put one of the couplings in. And then right there is the other one. And I literally took this pipe and twisted it towards us. And that is how we tightened up the bulkhead. And so far, no leaks whatsoever. And it's been really good. You can see just the amount of plants that are growing. Like there's a dwarf lily, all the roots going down in the substrate. I mean, it's just looking fantastic. You can see all the moss is starting to grow in. There's little babies sprouting up everywhere. The crypts, you can see the old leaves are melting away. The new leaves are coming up. Look at this. Right there's a new baby coming up. There's the new leaves. And that's just all throughout the tank. I mean, it's really going good. And just super excited. Like look at this lily. I mean, it's putting up new leaves every day. I actually had to cut one off because it was almost at the surface. And it's just like, it's awesome. So huge shout out to Mike Aquapros for bringing this tank together. Also a huge shout out to Brightwell for the gravel and just everything that they did. They sent me countless products, and we're getting ready to try out some of their new products and experiment with them, and it's just going to be so awesome. So it's cool to be partnered up with such amazing people like Mike, like Aquapros, like Brightwell, all the guys over there. So it has just been such a blessing to have this tank. I'm super excited to put some shrimp in here. I think it's going to look absolutely amazing with 10,000 blue bolts running around in here. And it's just going to be really cool. So really looking forward to seeing how this turns out and keeping you guys updated as I almost fall. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching the process of bringing the 480 gallon to life. It has just been quite the adventure. I've enjoyed every step of it. Thank you for joining in on the journey, and I look forward to showing you guys more things with this tank, and hopefully getting back to how to keep shrimp and a lot of videos like that with a highlight in this tank. So this is going to be a huge potential, a lot of great videos to come. So thank you guys for watching. You guys made a great week, and God bless.